Good evening, sir. Today my topic is polynomials. Then, before we are going to polynomials, okay, we know what is expression and what is equation. Before we are going to polynomials, we are discuss about two terms, that is expression and equation. What is expression and what is equation? Here expression means two or more terms connected by plus or minus. Two or more terms connected by plus or minus, then they are called expression. Suppose two or more terms, 2x plus 3y, okay, x square plus y square, two or more terms connected by plus or minus. Okay, these are called expression. These are called expression. Then what is about equation? If two or more terms connected by plus or minus, then equal to 0. Okay na? Okay. Here we are using equal to symbol. Equal to is there, then it is called equation. Equal to is not there, then it is called expression. Suppose x plus y is equal to 0. This is called equation. Okay. 2x minus 3y is equal to 0. This is an equation. Okay. Equal to symbol is there. LHS and RHS also there. LHS and RHS there means that is called equation. And if LHS only there, then it is called expression. Okay na? Then it is called expression. Okay. Then what is about the polynomial? What is the general form of polynomial? Okay. General form of polynomial is a naught x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2 plus and so on an. Okay, an. Here a naught, a1, a2 are coefficients. a1 comma a2, a1 are coefficients of a polynomial. Okay. These are the formula up to an. a1, a0, a1, a2 and so on. a1 are coefficients of a given polynomial. Then what is the general form of? Polynomial? Here we are using ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c is the general form of a polynomial. Then what is the degree of polynomial? Suppose degree of polynomial is, okay, the highest power of x in P of x is called degree. The highest power of x in P of x is called degree. Suppose P of x is equal to x cube minus x square plus x plus 6. Okay. X cube minus x square plus x plus 6. Suppose this is a polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? The highest power of x. Here 3 is there, 2 is there, 1 is there. What is the highest power? 3. So degree of polynomial is equal to 3. So degree of polynomial is equal to 3. Okay. Then what is zeros of a polynomial? Here zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of polynomial. What are the zeros of polynomials? The value of x at which p of x is 0. The value of x at which p of x is 0, then it is called zeros of a polynomial. Okay, if you are substituting x value, then whole p of x, the whole polynomial will be 0, then that is called zeros of polynomial. Suppose you are taking p of x is equal to x square minus 4. This is one of the polynomial. If you put x is equal to 2, then p of 2 is equal to 2 square minus 4. That is equal to 4 minus 4, 0. Okay. If you put in place of x 2, then the polynomial becomes 0. The polynomial becomes 0. Then that is called zeros of a polynomial. Then that is called zeros of a polynomial. Okay now? This is the zeros of polynomial. Then we are finding the zeros of polynomial in two methods. We are finding zeros of polynomial. We are finding zeros of polynomial in two methods. We are finding the zeros of polynomial in two methods. First one is graphical method, and second one is normal method or factorization method, So what is a graphical method? Suppose if you want to draw a graph here, then they are asking how many number of zeros are present in the given parabola. How many number of zeros are present in the given parabola. What is our equation? General form of polynomial ax square plus bx plus. The whole polynomial will be in x only. Here we are not taking any y value. No. That's why how many number of times touches the x-axis in a given parabola, how many number of times touches the x-axis, then that is the number of polynomials. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of zeros are 5. Number of zeros are 5. Suppose if you take this is the graph, then what is the number of zeros of polynomial? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. Therefore, number of zeros is equal to 4. Number of zeros is equal to 4. This is the graphical method for finding the number of zeros. Okay. This is the graphical method for finding the number of zeros. Next, normal method. Normal method means, suppose if you are taking x square minus 5x, plus 6. Okay. Finding the zeros for this given polynomial. Then let p of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. X square minus 5x plus 6. To find zeros, p of x is equal to 0. anytime they are asking finding the number of zeros means you should equal the p of x value to 0. You should equal the p of x value to 0. Then x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. Split middle term into two terms. Split middle term into two terms. Split middle term into two terms. Okay. Then here 1 is there, 1 into 6, 6. If you are multiplying the two values, it will be equal to 6. And if you are add that two values, it gives minus 5. Then what are those numbers? Write the factors of 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. For what values we are getting minus 5? 2 and 3. So 2, 3. Here minus is there, so you are getting minus. Minus 2 into minus 3 will give 6. Minus 2 minus 3 you add means minus 5 you get. So simply middle term can be split into two terms. Therefore x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. Here x will be common, then x minus 2. Here minus 3 will be common, x minus 2 is equal to 0. X minus 2 is common in two terms, so x minus 2 will be common. The remaining part x minus 3 is equal to 0. That is equal to x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3. These are the zeros of given polynomial. Okay. For finding the zeros, let p of x is equal to 0. Then x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. Middle term split into two terms. Then minus 6 will be split into minus 2 minus 3. Middle term minus 5 can be split into minus 2 and minus 3. X square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6. For these two terms, x will be common, the remaining part x minus 2. Here these two parts, minus 3 will be common, then you get x minus 2. In both two terms, x minus 2 will be common, therefore x minus 2, then the remaining part x minus 3. X minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3. This is the formula for finding number of zeros. Then polynomials can be divided into according to their number of zeros and according to their terms. Polynomials can be divided into two types according to first one number of zeros and second one terms. If one number of zero, then it is called linear polynomial. If degree is 1, okay, if degree is 1, according to degree, if degree is 1, then it is called linear polynomial. 2 means quadratic polynomial. If degree is 2, then the polynomial is called quadratic polynomial. If degree is 3, then it is called cubic polynomial. If degree is 4, then it is called biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. According to number of terms, if one is called, it is monomial, and if number of terms are 2, then it is called binomial. If number of terms are 3, then it is called trinomial. If 4 more than 4 is called multinomial. Okay, every polynomial is a multinomial, but every multinomial is need not to be a polynomial. That is the one of the important point. And the polynomials are not having negative exponents. Suppose x power minus 2 plus y power minus 2, 1 by x square plus 1 by y square. This is not a polynomial. Because polynomials can't have negative powers. If degree is 1, linear polynomial, 2, quadratic polynomial, 3, cubic polynomial, 4, biquadratic polynomial. If number of terms, according to number of terms, the polynomials can be defined as, if number of terms is 1, then it is called monomial, 2, binomial, 3, trinomial, 4, multinomial. Suppose here the interesting point is okay, you know the degree value. Okay, in the given polynomial, the number of zeros same as degree of the polynomial. If degree is 3, number of zeros also 3 only. If degree is 2, number of zeros also 2 only. Okay, number of zeros are based on the degree of a polynomial. Okay, suppose if you are taking alpha, beta, okay, ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of a polynomial. Here I am taking, let alpha comma beta are zeros of given polynomial. Let alpha comma beta are zeros of given polynomial. Ante x is equal to alpha, y is equal to beta. X is equal to alpha and x is equal to beta. Okay, it can be written as x minus alpha is equal to 0, x minus beta is equal to 0. Then ax square plus bx plus c can be written as, once you see here, ax square plus bx plus c can be written as x minus alpha into x minus beta. If multiplying x minus alpha and x minus beta, then we are getting the zeros of a polynomial. So x into x square, x into beta minus x beta, minus alpha into x alpha, minus into minus plus alpha beta. In these two terms, x will be common. Therefore, x square minus also common. So minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Okay, this polynomial can be written as x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is ax square plus bx plus c. Compare like terms on both sides. terms on both sides. Compare like terms on both sides. Okay. Here x square, the coefficient of x square is a. Here the coefficient of x square is equal to 1. A is equal to 1. Then here coefficient of x is equal to b. Here minus of alpha plus beta. Here alpha beta constant c. C is equal to alpha beta. Then I am going to find. Then I am taking b by a. Here b value minus of alpha plus beta by a value 1. Therefore alpha plus beta is equal to minus shift into RH side. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus beta. This is the formula for sum of zeros. Then I am going to find product of zeros. Alpha beta c by a is equal to alpha beta by 1. Therefore alpha beta is equal to c by a. This is the formula for product of zeros. This is the formula for product of zeros. Therefore if alpha comma beta are zeros of, if alpha comma beta are zeros of given polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of zeros alpha beta is equal to c by a. These are the formulas for finding alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Here we are discussing about relation between zeros and coefficient. Relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Already in first we said that a, b, c are the a comma b are the coefficients. C is a constant, sir. Therefore alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Here minus b is the coefficient of x. B is the coefficient of x. A is the coefficient of x square. Therefore relation between zeros and coefficients alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, that is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. Here c means constant term. Here c means constant term by a means coefficient of x square. This is the relation between zeros and coefficients of a given polynomial. Next, if alpha comma beta comma gamma are zeros of a cubic polynomial. Here three zeros are there. Therefore we are taking degree 3. If degree is 3, then that polynomial is called a cubic polynomial. So ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay. The sum of zeros, formula sum of zeros, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, and product of zeros alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Next, product of zeros taken at two at a time. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. These are the formulas for finding sum of zeros, product of zeros and product of zeros taken two at a time. These are the formulas. Okay, if next concept, if they are given alpha comma beta are zeros, then if alpha comma beta are zeros, then finding equation of quadratic polynomial is x minus alpha into x minus beta, that is equal to x into x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta x square. Okay, minus x will be common, alpha plus beta plus alpha beta, that is equal to x square, here capital K this is the formula for finding quadratic polynomial equation if alpha comma beta are zeros.